What is up, everybody, and welcome to another Friday night here on Collectors Assemble Live. And we're going to be joined momentarily to a special guest that should be coming on soon. He's probably getting out of training, so he's probably running a little late. But
hold on. I thought our special guest was already here, man. I'm looking at Jerry. I thought this was our guy.
Jerry does look like a UFC fighter.
He does, straight up. I was going to ask him.
Dude. But listen, man, we're going to do something a little different tonight. You guys know I like to bring other stuff to the table, and I'm a big martial artist myself in my other life. I do a lot of things like, I train and referee, and, this next guest of ours is somebody who's just tearing the division up right now and, is training with a lot of my old training partners, my old school and stuff, and I'm excited, man, because I got to spend some time with him in Vegas and the boys. For you.
Oh no, he froze up.
Very talented. So hoping he comes on soon, but just want to introduce what my guest panel is right now. We have some coming in momentarily. Always P-Rock is late, a couple of the other guys. But we got Jerry joining us for a second time. Jerry, what's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me, and can't wait to talk a little MMA.
Man, it's going to be fun, bro. It's going to be fun. We have El Profesoro on. What's up?
What's good, man? Happy Friday, y'all.
What's good, man?
Here with an exciting package right here. Y'all know last night everybody talking shit about my mans, but you know what? My shit fucking came in.
An Anar Joker that he got.
Anar Joker 2-pack, straight from Spec Fiction, y'all.
Let's go.
Finally here. Here.
Go ahead. Jump at the camera, bro. Jump at the camera.
What?
Let's go. All right. Listen, guys. So, real quick, our guest is here, one of the top middleweight prospects in the UFC right now on a 4-fight win streak, guys. And like I told you before in the start of the show, I got to see firsthand what this guy's all about. He is training with, my old teammates and stuff, and I consider him one of my teammates. The dude's a savage, man. Nicest dude in the world, but if you've seen his fights, man, you'll know that guy turns that switch on real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre Petroski is in the building. What's up, my mans? Can you hear us?
What's up, guys?
What's happening, Andre? How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Doing well. Just getting back from training.
Yes,
damn,
I seen
dude,
it.
If I had a beastly beard like that, I'd be doing well too, man. Look at that. Damn.
That's right. He's got the
dude got a beard like that. We all got beards. Damn.
Listen, man. I'm happy that you're joining us today. Obviously, you got an upcoming fight, so I kind of wanted to catch you a little bit before UFC 292. It's going to be your 5th fight going into possibly a 5-win streak for you in the middleweight division, and hopefully eventually breaking top 15 or possibly getting that match that you want. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but man, Andre, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started at MMA and your journey on the way into the UFC Tough House?
So I wrestled at I went to college for wrestling. I wrestled in high school and in college. I went to 3 years. I did 2 years at UNC. Left there, got in some trouble, left, went, wrestled at Bloomsburg for a year, left there, wrestled for 2 years at Kutztown. And then what happened was I had after nationals, there was 2 months left of school before I graduated. So I stayed and I started training at this school, Berks County Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I knew a couple of the guys that had wrestled that graduated that were doing jiu-jitsu now. And so I started training there. And when I graduated, I ended up just staying for 6 months, 5 months. And I would just do gi in the morning and then no gi at night. And just really just was obsessed and addicted. And then I made my way. And then when I ran out of money, I went back to my mom's. I'm from Delaware County, Springfield.
Nice.
And I started training at this school, and this kid at the school was he had a fight coming up, and I was like, "Yo, how do I do that? How do I get a fight like that?" And he was like, "Oh, well, here's the matchmaker." This was probably 2000, 16, 15, and it was Jonathan Webb. And I hit up Jonathan. I was like, yo, I want to fight. Like, I wrestled in college, and like I've been doing jiu-jitsu and stuff. I want to fight. He's like, all right, I got you a fight. He's like, here's your matchup in 30 days. And so at the time, I went down to 302 BJJ in Wilmington.
Yep.
And I started off in, and the coach's name was Joe Stripling. And I was like, I got to fight in 30 days. Will you guys help me get ready for it? And they're like, what's your background? And I said, I wrestled Division I and Division 2 5 years, and the last 6 months, all I've been doing is jiu-jitsu every day. And they're like,
oh, wow.
The Borgata. I fought Jesse Stoke.
One of my former teammates.
Out in the first minute. And then I've been
We're losing you a little bit, Andre. Can you hear us?
Did I cut
We're
out?
having connections.
Yeah, you cut out when you said you fought Jesse Stokes. Yeah, we can hear you now. You fought Jesse Stokes, which was one of my former teammates. So I thought that was kind of funny. But go ahead. You can take it from there. Sorry.
I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi and see if it makes it.
Okay.
Is it good?
Yeah, we can hear you. Froze again.
Am I good now? Is it better now?
We can hear you, just can't really see you moving. You're ventriloquist on us, bro.
Should I try to turn the Wi-Fi back on?
Well, as long as we hear you.
You tell me. Turn on the Wi-Fi or turn it off?
Just keep going for now to see how it goes.
All right, so yeah. So I fought Jesse. That was my first fight, and I tricked him out in like a minute. And I was just addicted, man. Like, I sold a bunch of tickets. It was at the Borgata. Like, I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, I always knew I wanted to fight, but that was like one of those. That was definitely like a big moment for me. Like, I knew I could fight at that point, and I knew that like that's what I wanted to do.
Dude,
and so
that's awesome.
I don't know. I fought amateur for a while. I went 9-1. I did some kickboxing, and then eventually I turned pro in 2018. And I rattled off 5 finishes. I was 5-0 with 5 finishes, and that's when COVID hit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and so I couldn't get a fight nowhere. Like, I was fighting back to back. I fought 5 times in like 13 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I had all first and second round finishes. But then COVID hit and I couldn't find nothing. I couldn't, like, the Pennsylvania Commission wasn't allowed to put on events. Like, Jersey wasn't doing anything. So I ended up I signed with Iridium, the management company. And they were the ones that eventually got me on the Ultimate Fighter.
Nice. So talk to us a little bit about the Ultimate Fighter, because you came in a season where you had 2 of one of the best coaches, in Tough Enough history, or Tough Enough, in the Ultimate Fighter. And it's funny because, guys, for you guys who've been with us for a while, Jonathan Webb is one of my coaches, and he's been on the show before with Paul Felder a while ago. So like, Andre's been around the circuit for where we're at. But why don't you tell us, talk to us about the Ultimate Fighter House and how that, impacted your career and how it went, because, man, watching the show was crazy.
Yeah, it was like, I would recommend it to anyone. Like, I had I thought it was a really good experience. Like, really, I mean, so Brian brought out Henner Gracie, and Henner was there for the 6 weeks, and like, everybody was either cutting weight, like had to cut like a lot of weight, or they were hurt on the show. I wouldn't say everyone, but the majority of the guys on our team were. And so every day Henner would come in like, like, what do you got? What do you want from me here? And like, everyone would be like, well, I'm just cutting weight, or like, I'm hurt today. So he would literally, I'd be like, I want to fucking work. So Henner would give me like 2-hour privates, like every day at practice. Like he would just work with me over and over. And he taught me like my whole front headlock series. Like he taught me like great, really good back. Like for me, it was just such a tremendous experience because it took everything away from you. You have no phone, no TV, no radio, no internet. You got nothing. So you got nothing else to do. And then the only thing I had to do was go to practice every day. And I fought like the first fight. I fought the very first fight. They're like, who wants to fight? I was like, I want to fight first. I wanted that space, that time in between fights. So I was like, I want to fight. And Brian was like, oh, all right, pick who you want to fight. So I fought first, and I had all that time off in between. And Henner would just give me privates like every day. So I learned so much on that show.
So you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're a little low.
I'm a little low. I think I'm having problems with my mic too. So funny you said somebody said beard day in the comments. That's funny.
Damn, we can barely hear you, bro.
I know, same.
Fuck, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Let me see.
Yeah, check your mic input, bro.
I can hear
It's
you
all right.
guys good, but
He's out.
So
Yeah.
how often were the fights in the Ultimate Fighter? Is it like one?
so
Oh,
Oh, we lost him now. Damn. Shit. Love your shirt, dude. Look at that. Got that bro Thor going on. Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy. There he goes.
Oh, there you go. Dropped out for a little bit.
yeah, so when they air the Ultimate Fighter, they do it like week by week.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, Jonathan Webb's literally FaceTiming me.
Why is he?
Oh, okay.
That's he's in a damn country concert. What the hell is he FaceTiming you for?
What concert is he at?
He's literally in a country concert. Hold on,
Together at the concert.
I'll tell you right now what country concert he's at. He is in. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I don't know country, so you gotta bear with me here. He is in
Doesn't matter. My man's at a concert.
Luke Combs. What the fuck that is? Luke Combs.
Luke Combs. All right.
Yeah, my boy called me too. He's like, answer, bitch, I'm with your coach. Wow, I wonder how they ended up.
Jeez. Let him know you're being interviewed right now, man.
I just did. I said, tell Jonathan I'm in a podcast with Miguel. Yeah, so like when they show it, they make it look like it's a fight every week.
Mhm.
So every week's like a new fight on the Ultimate Fighter.
Mhm.
But they do 4 quarterfinal fights in the second week. So you get there, you're in the house for a week, and then the second week they do 4 quarterfinal fights, and then a week later they do 4 more.
Oh, damn.
So they got y'all working
So
there.
you're not in the house. So you're not in the house for too long, right?
And then it's like I think it's like 4 weeks off, and then they have the semifinals all in one night.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So I think we were there for a total of 7 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks. Yeah. So I fought the first week, the first night. I was the first fight, and then I had all that time off until the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
But
Which
you
was
stay
good.
in the house, right? You just
Yeah,
stay in
you
the
stay
house
in
and
the
train?
house, but like I didn't have to like cut weight. I didn't have to like do nothing crazy. I didn't take any damage. So point being is I was able to work with these coaches every day. And Brian's like a special mind in himself. Like you can see like why he's so good just by his mindset. Like he just like don't have no fear at all. He talks about it too. Like he talks about like going into a fight, how he's like, he feels safe because he's like, well, at least I'm not getting shot at. And like you can kind of see.
Sure.
Yeah, but you can see like when he does shit, like he does dumb shit, like he'll do like flips and like surfing, and like he's wild, like but he don't like have I don't see that fear that like I see from normal people.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know he talks about like having a hard upbringing. Because I saw like the first half of the show, then I kind of just like fell off a little bit. But like, I remember watching your fight, and I saw like the first couple episodes of that season.
Yeah. Have you been watching this season?
No, I haven't. Been.
Yeah.
I saw the first episode, and I know
Yeah.
McGregor's team's been getting smoked.
I will say, like I watched, like they like post like the highlights on like social media and stuff, and then all the comments are like, yeah, like why would we watch the show now? You just showed us like what happens, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a good point.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch the fights. I've heard they're pretty good fights.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, man. When you're gearing up for a fight, bro, like say you got like you mentioned before, you fought like within 30 days, man. What's your training regimen like, man? I mean, where do you concentrate? Where's your mind at? Where's all that, all that fun stuff? Tell me about your what you're going through, what you put yourself through.
Well, like now I'm way more like official. Like I try. I've come a long way, I would say. Like in the past, like especially those first 5 pro fights, like I had a kid on the way. Like I was like working like 7 days a week. Like I wasn't training. Like I remember when like the first day that I was like I started making enough money that I didn't have to work. Like that was like a big day for me. That was like
huge.
a pivotal moment in my career. Like I prayed for that day. Like, man, like
that's awesome.
I was like, God, I fucking really cannot wait for the day when I don't have to fucking go to work and I can just like really just do the shit that I really love to do. And so that was like a huge, because like I said, like at my 5th pro fight, I worked 7 days a week for it. So like a training camp, it wasn't really a training camp. It was like after work, I'm going to come to the gym. You know what I mean? But now it's like way more official. Like I do morning sessions, night sessions, pads in between, watching film. Like we do everything. It's super official. And I'm part of a really good team now. Like in the beginning, I was with a jiu-jitsu school. Like I was with Balance, right? And we had like a really good jiu-jitsu program. But we didn't have like the MMA team that we have now. Like we have 6 guys in the UFC. Like they train morning and night. It's just different, you know?
Gotcha.
So I'm back, but I'm gonna have to. My mic's not working. I don't know why. But can you hear me?
We can hear you. You're a little laggy now, but we hear you.
Really? Don't say I'm lagging.
No. I mean, your voice on my end, your voice is behind a little bit, but it's fine, dude.
Oh, all right, cool. Anyway, so funny. He said a couple things there. He was at Balance, which was a great school as well. We're still talking The Ultimate Fighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that headlock that you got in one of your finishes, one of your 4 fight win streak finishes, did that come from Hender's coaching?
On the Ultimate Fighter?
No, and I think it was against forgot who the guy was. I think it was not the fight before.
Oh, the Maximov.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his Anaconda series. He calls it the Ropes.
Nice.
He calls it the Ropes series. It's all available on what's their platform? Gracie. Man, I'm the worst.
I know, it's all right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He tried to plug it.
Fucking Hender's got a million business ventures, but the one he does have that Gracie platform where he sells all the technique videos, which is really good. They're really good instructors. I'll tell you what, like, and he would always talk about it too. He would say like the way our parents brought us up is like we would spend half the time learning the technique and then just as much time learning how to teach the technique. Because he's like, my parents knew, like, if we couldn't teach this stuff, we weren't going to make any money. Right. So they're really good instructors.
So, I mean, dude, it's a crazy story how you started, right? Like you went into wrestling, then you got your first fight, you won that, then you got into the house, I mean, like, what were you feeling doing that? And did you think that, like, man, this is for me, this is what I'm destined to do, this is how, you know, I'm gonna get into the UFC? Now, obviously, you know, you didn't make it in the Ultimate Fighter, but you did get a chance to perform in the UFC, and so far you've been on a 4-fight win streak, and every fight's been getting harder, but I feel like you're performing way and way better and just showing the true talent that I was talking about earlier in the show. And in your last 4 fights, guys, he's got 3 wins, all by either TKO or submission. 1 only went to a decision, which is super impressive. And all his fights have been like crazy good. But talk to us about now how you're in the UFC, your first fight in the UFC under the bright lights. How did that, like, you know, transfer over from, you know, obviously you're amateur and you're pro prior to being in the actual UFC?
Yeah, that's a good question. So my first 2 fights on the Ultimate Fighter were in the Apex, right? And then after the Ultimate Fighter, my first fight in the UFC was also at the Apex. So I didn't really have like those UFC debut jitters because I had already fought there twice.
Right.
Did you ever been to a... What's that?
Did you have an audience at the Apex? I know that it's kind of small and limited now, but
yeah, so there was like 300 or 400 people there. Yeah, so it's not like, you know what I mean? So I didn't really get that pre-fight jitters. Like I feel like most debuts would. Now, my second fight, I went out to Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
And I fought Hu Yao Zhang in Abu Dhabi. And that was like a packed arena. But nothing compares to MSG. My last fight was at MSG, 20,000 people. Like every time I get a takedown, the whole place would cheer USA, USA. Like that shit was different level.
Right, and MSG is iconic, right? Like
you're
in a building that like the greatest have fought in, and you're kind of close to home. You know, how did it feel being that in an arena? And like, was the adrenaline different? Was like did you feel like you were more in a like in a trance, or did you feel right at home with that type of crowd?
The week like leading up to the fight was like an emotional roller coaster, I would say. Just like, you know, my idols were like fighting on the card. So like Frankie Edgar was fighting on the card, like,
yes, yeah.
And I'm at MSG, which is like the mecca of fighting. Like, you know, Adesanya is fighting Pereira in the main event. Like, it was like it was definitely like overwhelming, and it was like just a crazy experience. But like, as soon as I went to walk out, like I was just talking about this with my coach the other day. Thurman, my opponent, came out to the Jay-Z song, like, welcome to New York. I forget what it's actually called.
I'm gonna clip that, Andre, by the way.
I'm
gonna clip that, motherfucker. I'm gonna send that to Jonathan and Joe Piper. I'm gonna clip that. Yeah, Alicia Keys and Jay-Z, right?
Anyways, so yeah, that's the one. All right, that was pretty bad.
No, it was good. Anyways, good.
Anyways, when he was coming out, I was like, fuck. I was like, hell yeah. Like, I got so hyped in the back. And I was like, damn, this is the shit. And then when you walk out and you just see it, dude, there's no better feeling. Like, I can't explain it. Like, best drug in the world by far. Walking out to MSG, come on now. That's the best.
Dude, that's gotta be. Now, is that like a dream come true? Did you think that was gonna happen that quick? Like, it's kind of hard to like really tell which one was more exciting, going to Abu Dhabi or fighting in MSG, because Abu Dhabi is kind of like a dream place to be in.
Yeah. It's like this like magical fantasy. It's like a fantasy. Everyone, like, you always hear like people would talk about it on Joe Rogan's podcast. He would talk about how there's like abandoned Ferraris and whatnot. And but no, MSG was like different. I wrestled at MSG before, and man, I was at when Rose knocked out Joanna and Bisping got beat by GSP.
Yes. Holy
That
shit.
was at MSG, and that was the last time that I was there. And I just remember being there and like being like, damn, like this is what I want to do. Like this is what I got to do whatever it takes to get here, you know?
Dude, that's got to be crazy, man. And like I've been there obviously as a fan or helping the guys out. Like we were in Vegas together, and that right there is just a whole process in itself and a whole gut feeling that you get. I can't imagine performing. And the thing is, guys, and I know, for the most of you who just watch the sport, but like it's so much, the media, the attention, the food, like there's so much things that you kind of got to avoid. USADA, there's so much stuff that's like on your mind to then go into like a place like MSG or go to like Abu Dhabi and perform against some of the top people in the world. And my man has done it in fashion, guys, like finishing these guys off. Again, 4-fight win streak. 3 of them have all been finishes. And of course, we got to talk about also your groundwork, because you've been doing a lot of things for Cage Fury Grappling. And, you beat Eric Anders, you beat Ovince St. Preux, and you called out John Jones for a grappling match with. Listen, when I hear call outs like that, man, I appreciate you more, because who else is doing that? Nobody. And for you to like go in there and just be like, you know what? I want the top dog. I want John Jones in a grappling match. I thought that was pretty cool. But talk to us about that atmosphere now, because obviously you got great groundwork. You're doing, a lot there with that mixed martial arts. And obviously Jonathan is kind of running that as well. But how's that been going for you?
Well, first of all, John Jones is the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like when he was beating Vitor, when he beat Chael Sonnen, when he beat Lyoto Machida, like John Jones is the GOAT in my mind. You know what I mean? Like, say what you want. So, like, I want to tell my kids that I grappled the best of all time. You know what I mean? Like, that's the shit I want to that's my that's the shit that I care about. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't give a fuck. Even if he beat me, like, I wouldn't care. Like, I got to grapple the best fighter, the best mixed martial artist of all time.
Hell yeah, bro. That's,
you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like,
yeah.
And if I just get like one super duck, something nasty, that'll be my highlight. I'll just play that shit at my house forever, yo. You walk in my house, I'll have a big ass flat screen. It'll just be me playing, hitting a super duck on John Jones.
Yo, that would be.
That's a cool story to tell.
Hell
bro.
Yeah. Dude, that's funny. Ankle pick him. There'll be a still picture.
Right? Forever.
Yeah, I know. You can't like, that's like a moment you'll never. And the thing is, man, well, like I watched the matches, man, and OSP's a big dude, man. OSP's a big dude, and Andre was tossing him around. It was so good, dude. He was not only tossing him around, but like at one point he just kept so much pressure that OSP kind of looked up at him, and Andre just went. And the crowd started going nuts. It was the craziest thing, guys. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's probably somewhere on YouTube or on their page. But man, it's incredible. And this is all in between his matches too. So really cool there. Now you did talk about, a story that you want to eventually tell your kids. Your daughter, right? Is something very big in your life. And I always hear you talk about her. You're like the freaking sweetest person when it comes to your daughter and stuff. How much does that mean to you to leave this legacy for her? And obviously she's growing up now as well. So do you think she's a little bit more conscious of what to do, and like you're kind of a little bit more worried? You think she gets scared? Do you think she's all about it? Like what does it mean to you to have your daughter looking up to you in the bright lights?
she's like just starting to understand, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like she used to say like randomly, like it would be completely silent. She would say like, "Daddy, you gotta win," and she would say that, but I knew she didn't know what that meant. Like she heard someone else say that, and she just like she probably heard someone say like, "Oh, is Andre gonna win this weekend?" And she probably just repeated it. But now I think she understands like oh, Daddy fights. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
she does do like a jiu-jitsu class. She does this MMA class at Eddie's gym. It's for 4 and under, and like she's way too young. Like they pay attention for like 15 minutes, and then they're like, "Yeah, I'm done." It's terrible, but I still bring her there. I don't know why, but
no, that's good, bro. I wish
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, look, I don't push her. You know what I mean? Like, if she grows to like it, like so be it. But she's starting to understand like what at least that I'm a fighter. You know what I mean? Even if she doesn't understand fighting, she understands that like her dad is a fighter. That's what he does for a living. You know?
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. And eventually, as she gets older, man, and she's probably gonna be like right there in your corner, man, because you know, and that's a drive and motivation in itself. So that's cool. But we got a question here, real quick. So, AJ, my guy, really random question: is there a martial arts style that Andre has always wanted to try to learn but hasn't?
I have not. This might not be the right answer you're looking for, but I think I've done everything. Even like my dad ran a karate studio since I was a little kid. So I've done just about everything. But the one thing that I've always wanted to do is the knife training with the knives that like they like shock you instead of stab you. Like they're like simulation knives.
Yeah.
I seen a video where I think it was Cowboy Cerrone was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, like, if you slice someone, like, it would just shock them or, like, burn instead of, like, actually cutting someone up. I always wanted to do those. And I always ask people, like, hey, can you get those? But you, like, can't get those knives. Like, a normal person can't, like, buy those knives.
Yeah, you got to be, like, a trainer or something like that.
Right. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that always interested me. And I have another coach, that first coach that we were talking about earlier from Berks County Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eric Faust. They do like simulated, like they'll do a guy's pulling up in a car, he cutting you off, and it's like simulated, and the bullets are like they're like pellets.
Right.
And they do like those tactical simulations. I always thought that was pretty cool. I would like to try that.
A lot of people
martial arts, I've done it all. Yeah, I've done everything.
A lot of people have done that. So you got Kennedy does a lot of that. You see Hoist Gracie does that more. Anderson Silva does that. A lot of people, Valentina, the Bullet, you know, she does a lot of those types of
killer.
She does everything.
Valentina's on another level, bro.
Yeah, she's something else.
On another level, bro. That's like she's crazy, bro. But yeah, man. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say like Caprera or something. I wanted you to throw some windmills and do some Eddie Gordon stuff, man.
Nah.
Do you think that that's kind of like a good or bad thing now? That it seems like in MMA now, you don't have people learning different martial arts. People they're just learning MMA. Just everything's mixed. You don't really see like these specialists anymore.
Well, it shows like the evolution of our sport. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was cool seeing like, you know, Hoist Gracie have only jiu-jitsu and then beat like all the kickboxers, and then like the kickboxers only had. But no, I mean now there is guys that specialize in one area, like Khabib and the grapplers especially. But for the most part, everyone can do everything. You know.
Yeah, there's really no incentive to like learn something like how Miguel said Capoeira or something like that.
Right.
Like,
well, the thing is, like, so it's funny because I had this conversation with somebody at work who doesn't know anything, but like, you know, like you got some people like you remember, you know, Matt Hughes was really just like a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Really that. Ronda Rousey, judo, armbar, done, right? You had Machida, who straight, karate kickboxer style. You have Wonder Boy Thompson, or he just pulled out of his fight, unfortunately. But another one.
Oh, that fight's off.
It's off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know a guy who should step in. I'm just saying. Just like,
he's like Sean Brady.
Yeah, why not? Sean Brady can step in, dude. That'll be a great fight. Hit him up.
Yeah, I guess Pereira.
Well,
was,
no, because
3 pounds over.
No, Wonder Boy turned Sean down a couple times. He said he has no interest in fighting any more grapplers.
No. Wonder Boy is the one out. Pereira, is it Pereira's out or Wonder Boy's out?
No, Pereira missed weight.
Yeah, Pereira missed weight, and I guess they couldn't come to terms.
An agreement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame Wonder Boy. Look, if I was Wonder Boy, and I got one fight left in my career, or like let's just say he's got one or two, only a couple more fights, let's say, and they're gonna pay him, I don't know, what would you guess he's getting paid to fight?
Wonder Boy?
Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, I think somewhere in the middle compared to like everybody.
150?
Probably less than that.
Probably.
All right, so let's say they're paying him $100,000, right?
Okay,
100 and 100.
Okay.
And he shows up, he makes weight, and they're like, okay, you can either fight this dude and have the chance. You already got your $100,000. Now you can fight this dude and get 120, because another 120 is if you win, because you get 20% of his purse.
Yeah.
Or we can come back 3 weeks from now, and you're going to pay me another $100,000 just to make weight again.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting time and a half.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand that.
Right.
Aside from this, it's business. Right. And I know a lot of these guys want to entertain, but you got to understand, a lot of these guys have been in the game for a while, and they didn't get paid as much as some of these guys are getting paid now. So it's their time to start. I don't want to say milk, but take advantage of what I believe is owed to them for somebody like him. You know what I'm saying? Especially for your new guys too, that can learn from things that's happened in the past now with the pay system and stuff, which is a big, thing for the UFC and martial arts in general. But I mean, I agree. And not for nothing, Pierre is a big freaking dude to begin with.
Yeah. People don't realize once you weigh in, you're guaranteed that show money.
Yeah. Somebody said Wonder Boy makes $300,000 per fight.
So 150 and 150, maybe
150 and 150.
So now you're saying he's going to get 20% of his purse, or he gets another 50% to come back in 3 weeks and make weight again. That's
true. That's true.
And I'm sure. Watch. Just pay attention. I bet you they'll reschedule the fight.
They have to. I don't see why not. That's a great fight. I think a lot of people are looking forward to it.
Especially like you said, Wonder Boy is in the tail end of his career. I think he's like 40. A couple fights left.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, he should do it. I think it was a good move. Mario just brought something up, and I think I know what he's going to ask. So let me add this to the stream, Andre. This is going to be good.
So, Andre, let me ask you, bro. So you're in a stream, this is typically like a collector type of stream, man. Some of us, we love our dolls, man. We love our statues and this and that, right? So we have something here from, what was it, Anderson Silva, right?
This is Anderson Silva. They made an Iron Studio statue of him, and they're autographed, and they're limited to X amount of figures of him. But go ahead. Sorry.
So what do you think? What do you think about stuff like this, man? And
bro, it don't even look like him. That's what I think.
What? It looks just like
no. But how would you feel if a studio like this approached you, say, "Hey, man, we want to do something with you, with your likeness and all that. Either create like some sort of figure or a statue, man. I mean, how do you feel about these collectibles, stuff like this, man? Is something like you interested in, or you're just like
I got one of
whatever.
Brian Ortega. It was a Christmas ornament.
Yeah.
And it was like, Brian, I gotta find it, man. My daughter broke the head off of it, but it was kind of cool, honestly.
Wait, so hold on. So if they ever made a pop figure, or let's say an action figure of Andre Petroski, you wouldn't think that's cool?
Fuck yeah, it would. I'm built like G.I. Joe, bro. Come on.
With the bandana, bro. I want it with the bandana accessory.
The bandana made me look like Tarzan. Come on.
Straight up, dude. You gotta get that beard right too, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Beard gang gotta be correct.
Beard gang.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Let's go.
This is a limited edition statue of Anderson Silva. And it's not like a figure, so you can't it's not an action figure. It's just like a still statue.
That's obviously pre-USADA, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They gave him a little bit more meat, but
Right.
but yeah. So you got a lot of things that you could potentially look forward into getting figures made out of you. Or what about the UFC fight game? Have you been in that yet?
No, and they told my manager was like, I was like, how do I get in the game?
Hell yeah.
That's all. I really just want, I want my kids to be able to play me as a character. You know what I mean?
There you
Oh
go.
shit! There you
I
go.
want
All
them
right.
to be playing and be like, I want to be Andre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be in the next one.
You gotta be.
I know. I said to him, I said, how do I get in the game? And he said, you can start by beating this motherfucker's ass, which I did. Which I did.
So I got one foot in the door, then, man.
Yeah.
You gotta go. You gotta go harass DC.
Yeah.
Does he make those decisions?
Cormier?
He says he does.
He says he
yeah,
does.
he says he does, but I don't
No
know.
way. He decides who's in the game.
He might
That's what he
have
says
an
at the
influence on
rankings
it.
or something like that.
I don't know.
Wait. All right. I know
He's mentioned it before, but it's DC. He could be bullshitting.
He'd be
There
bullshit.
you go.
Listen, what about trading cards? I mean, there's so much thing. The Prism UFC.
All kinds of different merch that you can get into,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, there's so much.
I
I know
stuff
you
did.
now.
walking around with shirts with your face on it, right?
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Right?
Me? I've
Yeah,
never
bro.
worn my
Yeah.
own fight shirt.
What'd you say?
I've
Was that-
never worn my own fight shirt.
No, never.
Never?
Nah, I think
No.
that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. That's a statement right there, bro.
The only thing
that's
worse than that
confidence.
is when I see someone and they have a picture of themselves as their background on their phone.
Oh my God, that is so bad.
That's bad.
No. That's
bad.
different. That's
No,
different,
look,
bro. That's
bad.
different.
If you're in this
Yo.
podcast and that's you, I feel bad for you, but I gotta speak my
No.
mind right now.
Nah, you're good. Nah, we don't. We agree
I
with
feel
you.
bad for those
Should we
people
all-
that do
Should we all
that.
show like our backgrounds right now, just to fucking?
No, he sees my background. He knows. He knows.
I got.
No, I'm talking about your phone wallpaper, bro.
Oh no. Oh, you want to show it? That's fine. I got a regular
I got my dog.
phone right here.
There you go.
Shoot.
You got.
I'm on Star Wars, man. So
There you go. When I see people
I got
and
my
it's a
dog.
picture of themselves, I'm like, yo, that's sad. That like, you got
Yeah.
no one else to live for.
That sounds like a Donovan Webb or Joe Piper thing.
Joe Piper.
Joe Piper.
Shoot. Dude, now I kind of want to do it, man, just to fuck with somebody, man.
Oh,
Just
my
to
God.
get some reactions.
Yo, that's so funny. I feel like Joe Piper would do that.
100%.
I love Joe Piper. So listen, so we got another question here from that guy Mark, and his question is, who's taking home the BMF title tomorrow? We got a stack card tomorrow. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think Gagey is really good, but I think he's just too wild. Like, if you fight, like, if you're going to fight, like, the top level guys like Poirier, like, he's going to exploit a lot of those mistakes. And I won't say Gagey has gotten a lot better. Like, he doesn't do that hard shell as much as he used to. I just think Poirier is more complete, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think Gaethje's gotten a little better reserving himself, but I still give it to Poirier.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he has gotten better, but and I really do like Jason Perillo. Like his coach is good. But when we were allowed to bet, I would bet on all Jason Perillo's guys, and I would make so much money.
Yeah,
He's such a good coach.
he is. He's a really good coach.
But I mean, obviously, Mike Brown, like they know what they're doing too.
Mhm.
Like, make no mistake about it.
Yeah, that's true. So speaking of fights, BMF. Speaking of that, I've been waiting for this. So there's a guy by the name of Bo Nickal that, I mean, I appreciate him as a fighter. I think he's great, but I feel like he's dodging you, man. Like, you've called him out in interviews, post conference, says after the fight, you yelled out his name. This whole week I've been putting stuff up. We had people who were asking if he was going to show up. I was like, I don't know if he's going to show up or not, but I'm hoping he sees it. Maybe he could clap back. But what is the obsession with Bo Nickal, and why do you think he hasn't answered back? I'm gonna put you on the big screen for this because like I said, I love a good call out. I think it's a great match. I don't think it's something that's not obtainable. I think it's a great match for you as well. But go ahead, talk to me how this whole Bo Nickal thing started, man.
Oh shit! Let me plug my phone in real quick so it doesn't die during.
Oh snap! Hey, yo, Miguel, you got P-Rock here, dude.
Where's P-Rock at? He came right in when we were going to talk about Bo Nickal.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
You didn't see me.
right
You
on
got
time.
into it. You were like,
All
right
right.
into it.
So
Oh,
I don't know if you guys like watch wrestling or whatnot, but in wrestling we have like the Heisman Trophy.
Right.
In football, it's called the Heisman Trophy. In wrestling, it's called the Dan Hodge Trophy winner, the Hodge Trophy winner, right? And that's like the best wrestler in all weight classes that year, like the most dominant. There is like different credentials, but basically the most dominant wrestler. Well, Bo Nickal was the most dominant wrestler in 2019. Like he was the Heisman Trophy winner of wrestling. Right? That's like the GOAT of wrestling.
Right.
Well, I want a piece of that. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want. I want to tell my kids that I took on the best wrestler.
So if
Plain
you were
and
to
simple.
fight him, obviously, he's got great grappling, you got great grappling. Is it going to be one of those things where it cancels each other out and it's going to be a stand-up game, or would you want it to go to the ground to see who's the best?
Well,
like
if it
Covington.
didn't go to the ground, I think we both know what's going to happen. It would certainly be in his favor to go there. Look, I've been training martial arts much longer than Bo Nickal, right? So that's why I really didn't try to fight him. I tried to get a grappling match with him. That was what my original. His manager, the first round management manager, reached out to Jonathan and Rob and tried to get them on the Fury card. They asked and inquired about getting on the Fury card. And that was the original. And they said, yeah, we got Andre. Andre would love to do it. And they said no, right? So that was the first time that he turned me down. And then I posted some shit about his coach or something, and he messaged me or whatever. And I was like, well, they got a card in September. I was like, we can grapple in September or October. I forget what it was. This was like last year. And he's like, bro, I'm not grappling for peanuts. That's what he said to me. And this was after his first Contender Series fight.
Right. Which they made him do a second one.
I said to him, that's fair. I said, you tell me. I was like, I will get you paid you tell me what you want, and I'll try to get it for you. And I guarantee you I can get you more than what you just got paid for your Contender Series fight. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm fully acknowledging that you won Dan Hodge Trophy winner. You're fucking 1-0 in MMA, and you think you deserve all this money. I will get you some money. You just tell me. And his response was, well, then you got to go through my manager.
Oh, my God.
Which is code for, like, you don't want no smoke, and you're going to deflect this to some guy who's going to feed me a bunch of bullshit.
Wow. So did you know him prior to this or no?
I met him one time. I wouldn't even say I met him. He was cornering a guy from Philly on a card. I think it was at Live Casino. This was like a couple years ago. Obviously, like before any of this ever happened. But no, I haven't ran into him since.
Wow.
Do you think that he's trying to do like kind of like how O'Malley did with his first contract, which is kind of go like the easier route and kind of like O'Malley? Yeah, like O'Malley did that with his first UFC contract.
100%. Like, why would you want to fight anyone tough if you're not getting paid?
Yeah, that was pretty much O'Malley's, which I get it.
Yeah, but I don't know, O'Malley.
Don't hate on O'Malley, P-Rock.
Yo, speak up, P-Rock. Speak up, bro.
Speak up, P-Rock.
He was one of those that he got the Dana White privilege.
Yeah.
I think he was one of those.
Right. And if they want to give him, one or two more, 2, 3, however many more build-up fights.
Yeah.
He said, "Hit you with the have your people call my people."
Right. So if they want to give him one or two more build-up fights, eventually he's gonna have to come up the rankings. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm here, like, unless they just don't want to fight any grapplers, which seems to be like their recipe. Look, his coaches know what they're doing. Like the top team coaches, Mike Brown, like they know what they're doing. I think that they see that if he just goes against strikers, he can just take everyone down. And I think that they'll do that for a while they give him time to develop in the gym, you know, especially in the gym. But eventually he's going to have to come up. And I'm just saying, I am a very worthy candidate if you would like to get the smoke.
Talk that shit. You know what's funny, man? So the other thing.
Let me add one more thing. Go ahead. The rumor is that they're coming to Atlantic City. The UFC's coming to Atlantic City in December. Okay?
I heard that.
If you are free, Bo Nickal, I will be in Atlantic City in December.
Let's fucking
I'm just
go.
saying.
Yo,
Let's go. Listen, so just to add to that, I doubt he looks at his social media. I don't know if he does. Some of these guys don't. I messaged them because we had several people during our post ask if Bo Nickal was going to be around, because obviously we want to hear what he has to say too. But he didn't answer, and obviously I got all kind of social media platforms, and I'm not mad at him or anything like that. Would have been nice to have him come on here and say his piece too, and maybe make this match happen. But he just got called out. Now he did get called out too, because in the UFC, right after you know we're talking to Joe Rogan, and you just yelled his name out. And did you hear anything back from that when that happened? Did anybody say that Dana was like, "Oh, that was a good call out"? What was the result of that? That if any?
A lot of interest from like the media. The media was very interested. Like,
of course,
yeah, obviously they hear Bo Nickal, they get excited, but they want him to. They want to build him up first, you know. And I thought the Trayshawn fight for him was a step in that direction. Now, obviously, that's not his fault that Trayshawn got hurt and pulled out, but like I was very interested, very, very interested to see how that matchup went. Trayshawn can present Bo Nickal a lot of problems.
Yeah, he's a striker. Agree. He's a way better striker than the other guy.
Yeah, way better. You know, and a lot of people would text me like, "Yo, like, should I bet? Should I put $100 on?" I think his name was Val Woodburn or something.
Well, yeah,
yeah. And it's like he was like plus 20 whatever million, and I was like, "Well, did you watch him? You know, like, did you take any time to look into this dude?" I would never bet on someone that I don't bet anyway. I'm not allowed to bet. But if I was going to bet on someone, like, I would at least want to look at them and watch them fight. And if you watch this guy fight at all, you would be like, man, he is really fucking stiff. Like, he's really stiff. He's 3 of his wins are at heavyweight against, like, heavyweights.
Heavyweight, wow.
You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. I said no. I just didn't think he was going to present the same problems that Trayshawn was going to.
Yeah.
I was impressed that Bo knocked him out and didn't take him down and submitted him. Like, that I was impressed by. But I didn't think that this dude had any chance of beating Bo.
Bo's hands have been decent.
Yeah, I mean, they got good coaches down there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got good coaches. Obviously, his grappling game is really good. Where do you see let's just say Atlantic City happens, right? Yeah. Let's hope Atlantic City happens. Where do you see you beating him to the punch? Without giving away any spoilers, right? Because obviously, you know, people watch this. But what do you think the advantage is for you against somebody like him? Do you think it's because you've been in the game longer, vet status to a certain degree, or do you think you just see where you could dominate him and the holes that he presents in his game?
When I watch Bo, I see like a lot of like myself in those first 5 pro fights where like I had no regard for like what happens if I don't finish this dude in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like no regard for how to manage a fight or fight IQ or how to win rounds or like, what do we do when we get to deep waters? Like, none of that. And like, I had no sense of that until I ran into someone that was super durable and I couldn't finish them in the first 7 minutes, you know?
Right.
So like, I've been the distance, you know what I mean? I've been the distance. I've been to the third round, and I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be to deep waters. His advantage is obviously the first 2 minutes. He comes out like, you know, he's a wrestler. He comes out hard in the first 2 minutes. He comes out swinging, or he shoots hard. But obviously, I'm down. I'm telling you, I'm one of the best scramblers there is. When it comes to grappling, like, I can scramble with anyone. I mean that, like, from the bottom of my heart. I can scramble with the best wrestlers.
Oh,
Oh no!
Phone died. He probably
He's
forgot
probably
to plug
getting
his phone to
FaceTime
the
again
wall.
right now, man.
he's
They're probably calling him again.
Yeah.
Like, I can scramble with the best of them. So, like,
All right.
as far as weathering that storm in the first 2 minutes, like, that's right up my alley. After that, then that's my world. Like, I'm more experienced at being in deep waters than this kid. I know that for a fact.
Speaking of that, somebody's like, I'd rather see you fight Chimaev. And he's a great scrambler too.
Oh, he's supposed to be fighting Costa soon.
Yeah, he's gonna be fighting soon.
Yeah.
But listen,
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the Bo Nickal fight. But speaking of that, just because we're about 30 more minutes into, you know, ending this show. But let's talk about, you know, one of the reasons why you're here, and that's to really talk about UFC 292, which is your next fight. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. As long as you're there, you could do your thing. But you're going up against Gerald Meersch. I can never say his name.
Gerald Meerschaert.
Meerschaert.
Yeah.
Gerald Meerschaert. Sorry, Gerald. And that's probably one of your toughest fights. Now, interesting enough, he was supposed to fight your training partner Joe Pyfer, and that kind of got scratched. But then they did a grappling match where Joe Pyfer won. So what can you tell us about this upcoming fight, and what does that mean to you in the rankings, and how does that propel you to possibly a top 15 match?
Well, just to correct you, they did fight.
Oh, that's right, they did fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pyfer knocked him out.
He did knock him out, and then he beat him grappling.
Yeah. So Meerschaert is the guy that I called out originally. I called him out after the Maximov fight, because he's got the most submissions in the division's history. He's got the most submissions, and you know, I keep making the argument that I'm the best grappler in this division, and so beating a guy that has the most submissions, that only adds a feather to my cap. That's why I wanted this fight originally.
Now, do you think that if you beat him, it'll position you in a better spot with Bo Nickal?
I mean, that I don't think it makes a difference either way. He's either wants to fight me or he doesn't. Like, he's either willing to fight or he's not. You know what I mean? Like, me, I don't have to earn shit. He fought Val Woodburn. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm fucking, I've
like
accomplished.
Name,
I'm an accomplished mixed martial artist.
You are. I mean? So I guess the question, I should have rephrased that a little bit. So let's say you beat, not to look past Gerald, but let's say you beat Gerald, and now you have your chance of fighting somebody in the top 15, and then all of a sudden Bo Nickal now wants your attention. Are you going for the top 15 because it's more value to you, or you're going to Joe or Bo Nickal because of the history of callouts?
I want Bo Nickal.
Oh, savage, son. Savage.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can fight in the top 15 after Bo Nickal.
Yeah.
But legacy means a lot to me.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fucking interesting. What do you think,
And
P-Rock?
I want to have a nice little fake Dan Hodge trophy in my living room. Next to the flat screen TV that has like the super duck on John Jones, I'm gonna have that one.
The super dunk on John Jones. P-Rock, what do you think, P-Rock?
No, I mean, I agree. That's definitely a good fight, but I just got the feeling like I said, that Dana White period. I think they're gonna baby him for. We'll see whoever his next fighter, like whoever he fights next. If it's a no name or someone who's at least worthy, But I don't think they'll give him. I don't think they'll do it. They'll probably have him like fight one more time. It depends. I think too. Like if you do good in your match, Meerschaert, he's good. I know he lost quick to Hamza, but he actually has
He
some
lost
good
quick to
submission.
Pfeiffer too.
Yeah.
Pfeiffer
But he's a good. I mean, he's a bigger challenge than Bo. I would think. Like he's a more of a at least in the MMA community, he's more of a bigger name than.
Yeah, no,
say
I
Bo,
I
more
would agree with
experience.
that. I mean, the man's got 50 pro fights.
Yeah. So
And
I think
he's
if you
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
and he's
Leif.
fought way better dudes than Bo has, obviously.
Yeah, listen to this. A 10 always beats a nickel. Hope Andre gets that shot. Let's
Hey,
fucking go.
let's go, baby.
Oh, that's great.
Let's go.
So listen, I want to move on to this last segment, right? And I just wanted to have a little bit of fun here because there's obviously a lot of and this is gonna be for all of us. And this segment here is gonna be our matchmaking and match decision or winning, right? Segment. We're gonna talk UFC matchmaking for UFC 300. So obviously, UFC 300 has been the talk of the town because of this fight right here.
Wow.
We got Mark Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk, and they're trying to do it. This is a real thing. This is a real
Get out of
thing.
here. No, it's not.
It's a
This ain't real.
thing. Bro, I'm telling you, it's a real thing.
Yeah, they're making it a real thing.
It's a real thing, bro. I'm
Wow.
telling you.
I
It's
think
a
I
real
don't
thing.
think it's gonna be an MMA fight. It's gonna be jiu-jitsu, I think, or something. You think?
Yo, Zuckerberg's kind of tall, man. Look at this dude.
So Zuckerberg actually trains, and Elon started training now as well. But I'll ask my guest first, Andre. If this was a thing that were really to happen, which apparently it's supposedly it's happening. Supposedly it's happening. Supposedly Dana White wants it. You know, my actually boss from ABCC tried to contact and got a hold of both of them to try to make it a grappling tournament, but they actually want to fight. So, what do you think if this happens? Who do you think wins?
I can't believe I'm even.
If you were a betting man,
yeah. First off, let me just add this. This has nothing to do with it, but have you seen the Craig Jones like talking about Gordon Ryan? He's fucking hilarious. But have you seen it?
Yeah, I seen it.
Well, when he's talking about like the perfect combination of autism and steroids,
Yes,
isn't Elon like kind of autistic?
I think so.
Don't fucking get me killed for this, but
I think
he's autistic, right?
Listen,
I don't follow.
Elon Musk is a big dude though. Like compared to Mark, I think Mark's tall. But oh no, look, I don't know if these things are real.
The Elon looks photoshopped.
No. I mean the stats. I don't know if the stats.
Oh,
are
okay.
Real.
No, Mark Zuckerberg's tiny.
Yeah, it's not Elon's body.
No, I know
Yeah,
it's their Photoshop. I just didn't know. But so if you're a betting man, you think because of Craig Jones, statement, you think Elon Musk will be the victor here? That's what you're going
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. I just said that he seems like that type of person that could become like really super obsessive over like a certain martial art and get good at it in like a short period of time.
That's fair. That's fair. But Mark has been training before this whole thing. So
right.
So who do you? All right. So if you were,
he just got his blue belt, right?
I think so.
I'm making my pick right now.
Make your pick.
Elon Musk.
Oh, son, Elon Musk.
That's
all right. I'm gonna go with Mark. I'm going with Mark. Jerry, who you got?
I don't know. I think I might have to go with Mark. Like I know he was just with he was just with Adesanya and Volkanovski.
All right, I'll be out.
He does. Mario, who's your pick? Mario's like, well, I like Facebook more than Twitter.
I want to say Elon, dude, but I think I'm going with Zuck, dude, just because of the youth. I think he's got the youth on his side, man. I mean, he doesn't have his reach ain't as good as Elon, but I don't know, man. I'm going for an underdog. I'll go Zuckerberg.
Okay.
What has Elon trained?
Elon was training with Volkanovski, wasn't he?
No,
that was
saw that.
Zuckerberg.
Elon was a GSP.
Oh,
Yeah,
Elon was with GSP and
yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
was
Yeah, but that
with-
was
yeah.
but that was recent. That was recently. I mean, like overall, like
No,
does he have a background?
Elon's with GSP and Gordon Ryan.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
was
for
Gordon
obvious
Ryan's coaching again? I
reasons.
forget his name. The guy with the rash guard again. I always forget his name.
John Donaher,
Yeah,
Donahoe?
he's with them too.
the other autistic one.
Yeah. Bro, listen, bro.
I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that. These dudes are fucking geniuses when it comes to
They are.
jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Listen, so P-Rock, you going for Elon?
He had to reach, man. I mean, Zuck has to take him to the ground.
Wow.
He has the height and the reach. Look at the.
So my
6'1"
thing is,
reach.
Elon isn't stupid. You know, these guys got money. They're gonna go train with the best, even if it's a short
Yeah.
period of time. They're gonna go train with the
And
best.
plus, Zuck. I mean, he's gonna invent some kind of chip to put in his head. That he's gonna learn so damn quick, man. That I guarantee he's gonna do something.
But I don't think this is going to stay on the like standing for long. I think it is going to end up a grappling match.
If I'm saying that, I think I can see Elon knocking down Zuck.
Yeah, we got
Elon,
Elon 100%.
Yo,
question
it's
for
about
you,
to
Miguel.
start pouring here, and I gotta put up I gotta put my top on my Jeep.
Oh, you got to put your top on your Jeep. All right, dude.
Yeah.
Well, we'll continue with the rest of the matches.
I'll
here,
come
'cause I
back
think-
in 10 minutes. I'll come back in 5 minutes.
All right, cool. Come back.
cool.
And
I'll
we'll
be
keep
back.
talking about this. So let me see what the chat said real quick. So you got Miguel. Who are you getting in the ring with? Mom, I'll get in the ring with. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna get in the ring with whoever
Quit
wants
out,
it. How
quit
about
out.
that? How about that? Here we go. Can we get a fight? Can we get a fight between Howard Chan and John or Viper from Inart there too? We need that fight to happen before we have this one.
Ooh-wee. Damn, that'll be
Yo, my God.
AJ, man. Yo, make that.
AJ.
Let's make that happen, man.
Hold on.
That's
Did Mario show you guys what he got? He got the Inart Joker. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Somebody was
Just,
patient one more fucking day and got the Inart Joker.
Look, man. I mean, I've bought him from Todd many times and I've had no experience, or I've had no bad experiences with him at all, dude. So
It's all good.
yeah, man.
Todd's the man. So, all right.
Uh,
Mark has been working out in China like Rocky did in Russia. So, all right.
there you go.
GSP gonna get Elon right for the fight. Wow, we got a lot of Elon must fights.
Look at Elon's face, man. He just like, you ain't got nothing on me.
Elon's gonna hit him with the old man strength. Wow, a lot of people like Elon.
I think Elon, imagine this fight does happen. The PR, like the conference.
Bro, it's
Elon,
gonna
Elon
happen.
will kill it,
I'm
yo.
telling you it's
Elon
gonna
will
happen.
kill it, yo.
It's gonna
I think
happen.
it's
Look at
mostly a
Twitter.
lot. I think it's mostly a lot of people just hate Zuckerberg.
Yeah, but a lot of people hate Elon for the whole
Yeah.
Twitter thing too. So
Me,
like
Elon's
that's
like
why
I know,
I'm
but
like,
I know, but he still makes Teslas, and they're not everybody, but a lot of people like Teslas.
well, look at this. Elon gonna do that Tesla coil uppercut. Yo, AJ, you're the man, dude. AJ is the man. I can't, bro. Listen, so I'm curious only because a lot of people, I think, go with Elon just based on his popularity. You know, I don't think a lot of them are looking at actually who trains. For me, Mark's trained obviously longer. He's trained. He does this for fun.
Yeah, that's my point. That I think that Zuckerberg has been training longer overall, just as a hobby. He's a blue belt, so he's been training for at least 2 years. I'm going to assume.
Who wants to bet? Anybody who wants to bet? My money's on Zuckerberg.
Who?
Zuckerberg.
You want to bet? What are you putting down? What are we betting, bro?
You want to bet, Mario?
What are we? I don't want to bet. I'm just asking. What's the stakes?
I bet that in our box you got behind you.
I bet this in our box against your.
Megazord.
The Joker.
No, I heard about that Megazord. No, it ain't happening. I don't say that joke. No, the XM, the White Knight on the bike.
Oh, by the way, guys, that promotion for the White Knight on bike
Really?
ends at the end of this month.
That wasn't an intentional segue, bro.
That is definitely a segue.
This guy,
That's the businessman.
You gotta
right?
come
Straight
together.
up. I'm trying to propose a bet, and he's like, you know what, guys, by the way,
Bro, because
go ahead, finish your plug.
So the guys, if you guys are still interested in the White Knight on bike, it ends the end of this month. That promotion. After this, it's done. So they had it for a couple months. A couple people jumped on it. It's a great promotion. It's a freaking awesome statue. I know a lot of people didn't get it because of the shipping and how expensive it was. And then after that, a lot of the third-party distributors were just selling it for way more money, which kind of just didn't make sense. But now you got a good offer. If you guys still have any questions about it, it's in the bio of the video. On top of that, next week, guys, I'm gonna have, hopefully we're gonna get a visit from Spec Fiction, and we're gonna talk about a giveaway for my end of year. So we're gonna bring that guy on, and we're gonna talk this giveaway. You guys know that if you guys use our links in our Facebook group and stuff, I put everybody in a contest, and I already announced 2 bundles. One had a Venom bust, the other one had a Superman statue in it from Iron Studios. And this one's going to be a big one, so definitely stay tuned. Let's see. Still dealing with a size and weight difference. Main reason why I go Elon. Yeah, but he's going to have to make weight, though. Unless they do like some sort of catch weight, it's still sanctioned. Miguel, you want to bet the White Knight for the in-art Joker? Come on, what is going on? Are you guys texting me?
Dude, I just put it up there. We doing it or what? You want to do it?
You gonna come drive over here in your big ass truck to pick it up? Because I ain't shipping that.
You ain't shipping? Well, you want me to ship this big ass thing too? You want me to ship this big ass thing too?
Before you pick up the statue, come pick me up. Now we go out chill for like 1 day.
Road trip on P-Rock.
Yeah, there we go. It's on the way.
It's on the way.
Josh McCoy. Better late than never.
Oh, Josh is here. What's up, brother?
It's currently dying. It's 91 degrees in my house right now.
Yeah,
oh man,
that
sucks.
It's hot over here too.
Oof.
All right, AC went out.
Well,
And, they're not. I don't think they're coming out this weekend to fix it, so that'll be fun.
Well, it started raining, and Andre had to go cover his Jeep, so we're waiting on him. We're almost finished. We're talking UFC fights for 300, and I got a couple here.
I want to ask him some questions about the Ultimate Fighter, though. I know.
I mean, you can. Let me finish this segment.
Wait to the end.
Oh, all right. Yeah, let me finish this segment, then you could ask him. But what I was gonna say, yeah, dude, this fight, if it happens, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna bring a lot of money. I'll tell you that much. Josh, did you sell any of your statues yet?
Cap sold.
Captain America sold. Let's go, bro. You were giving that away for super cheap, bro.
Yeah, too cheap, but that's just how the market is right now. If you want to sell something, you gotta take a big hit.
And you still selling the Iron Man, or you're keeping it?
Iron Man is unfortunately might be gone.
Okay.
Still working that out.
Anything else you got?
No, about it.
All right.
So are you getting out of the half scales?
No. That's why I'm contemplating this 85. I'm just trying to take care of some stuff and get some fast money, and then I'll get them later in the future.
Yeah.
Got it. Man, he must have parked his Jeep down the street.
Is he still in Jersey, or he's in Philadelphia? Or he's
What am I looking at here between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk?
Well, they're gonna fight UFC 300 apparently. So, Josh, I'll ask you the question: if you were a betting man, now these stats and these pictures are fake, but they are potentially going to go up against each other. If you were a betting man, who would you pick?
I'm gonna go with Mark just because I've seen him actually training. I haven't seen anything with Elon.
There you go. Yeah. It's 3-3 now. 3-3. This is 50.
Wait, Miguel. Who are you going for? You said you're going for Elon.
Mark.
Oh, I was going for Mark too. What the hell you made me bet for?
Oh,
we're both betting on the same guy.
I asked you who wanted to bet, and you were like, "I'll bet you."
No. I just asked you what were the stakes.
What the fuck?
Oh, so you're gonna all right? So I'll bet you the.
So, never mind. I ain't betting you shit no more.
Exactly.
Never mind. I'm done. No.
Jerry, you should for Halloween. You should dress up as Kratos.
Yo,
straight up.
You look like Kratos, yo. When you're looking at your phone, I saw Kratos when he was looking down at his son.
Yo, take your head off real quick.
It should be Kratos.
I am
we got him back. He's sideways, but we got him back.
Look at that.
Hey,
Perfect.
there you
Just paint your face, man. You got it, man.
All right. So moving on, guys. Moving on. You with us, Andre?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
All right, so we got this fight down. So now there's also talks about this fight happening. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong screen. Hold on, sorry. I don't even know what this is gonna go to. Boom! This just happened not too long ago.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw that.
This Andrew Tate and my guy Cowboy Cerrone. Andrew Tate, I guess, called him out, said some stuff. Cowboy was on vacation and took on to
He's under house arrest. He can't go nowhere.
well, he
You're gonna
told him
fight
he
in the
was like
basement?
after you're done your house arrest and your freaking sex scandal or whatever the hell. Who's making that noise?
What does he even do, Tate? Like, what's
Tate don't do shit.
Like-
He's good with social media, but
he's one of the
regardless,
people
they
that-
called each other out. There was some shit going on. So Andre, we'll start with you. Who do you think will win this fight and why? And I believe you're on mute, my friend. There we go.
I mean, I think this is a very easy one to pick. I mean, Donald's obviously a real fighter. Like, and he went and got himself on the juice. So,
I was gonna say.
yeah, without a doubt,
Yeah,
I
he's
think
massive.
he's going to head pick Andrew Tate into. I don't think Andrew Tate would be dumb enough to fight him.
But he called them out and he was talking shit. And Tate fought before. Let's make it clear he was a professional fighter. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree, man. There's nobody more savage than Cowboy Cerrone.
Yeah.
So I got my money on Cowboy Cerrone, but apparently Cowboy even said it. He's like, I'll do it on the 300 card. So now this card is starting to really, make some progress here as like a real life celebrity death match. But Jerry, who do you got winning this fight?
Yeah, I got a same thing. I got to stick with Cowboy, especially if he keeps that size.
Yeah.
He
Mario,
stays on that juice.
what about you? Pick one.
Shit.
Cowboy Cerrone or this bum to the right? I can't stand him. I'm sorry. I can't stand him.
You can't stand who?
Tate,
I'm going with Tate.
you fucker.
I'm going with Tate straight up all day, every day. Let's go.
I knew you were gonna say that. All right, well, all right, P Rock. Who do you got?
Of course, TRT Cerrone, man. Well, it can't go. It's gonna be easy.
TRT Cerrone. They're gonna have a stream from Tate's backyard. Yeah, right.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's got to get through. I don't even think his stuff is gonna be done by UFC 300. All right, let's move on to a next one real quick. So there's apparently rumors that Ronda Rousey might come back now that Amanda is gone. And I picked this fight right here. Do you guys know who this is on the left? I bet you guys do.
Gina Carano.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Gina Carano.
She looked so damn bad back then. Woo, look at her.
Yeah. So
She was the original Ronda Rousey.
my
I don't
pick,
see her coming back.
No,
I don't see
she's
her
too
coming
big
back
now.
either. But if there was a time for her to come back, it would probably be now because of Amanda. I still think there's still girls there that'll beat her, but I think she still has a solid shot. But for her to come back and let's say, just have like a charity match or something, I would say Gina or I would say Cyborg for me, because that's a fight that was supposed to happen that never
Yeah, I see
happened.
that one.
But Andre, if Ronda Rousey were to come back, who would you want to see her fight? It doesn't necessarily have to be these two girls, but who would you want to see her fight? And do you think that she would be successful in that fight, or do you think she's too far gone into the WWE?
Well, first of all, Cyborg needs to fight Kayla Harrison. That's the fight that I want to see, and that's the fight everybody wants to see.
Oh, that's a good match for UFC 300. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, and then the winner of that, then they can fight Ronda Rousey.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't think of that one. That's a good one. All right, Jerry, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think she'll come back, but if she did, I don't think she'll fight a striker. Maybe like a Pena or something, so she don't got to worry about getting knocked out again.
Oh, that'd be a good fight. That'd be a good
Yeah,
fight.
it'd be
too.
just more of a wrestling match,
Yeah.
grappling.
Mario, what about you?
with I'm sorry, I was
Rousey?
distracted. Rousey? Well, who?
Rousey or Gina Carano? Let me get to the girl that you know. So
Gina Carano.
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Gina
Star Wars.
I know her.
Right here.
Is that Gina right now?
No,
Is that how
that's
she looks?
Before.
hell no.
When she used to
Hell
fight,
no,
that's how
that's
she
not
looked.
I was
Gina.
gonna
Yeah,
oh,
but
she
she-
look like that.
Yeah, when she used
Yeah,
to
that's
fight.
what she used to fight.
Gina
Bro.
was the hottest thing.
She was bad, yo.
She was
Yeah.
bad, bro.
She still
Yeah,
got the same
She-
face. That's the weird thing. She's big
And
now,
she
but
was
she still
less
got that same
racist.
face.
but so.
I'm sticking with Gina, dude, all day.
Oh my God, you're the worst. P-Rock,
I know.
if Ronda Rousey were to come back, who would you want to see her fight? Doesn't
Um,
necessarily have to be these two girls, but
I'm trying to think. See, I don't think she'll come. Well, just to answer real quick, I don't think she'll come back. I think the competition is way above what it was when she was there, and then the way she took that loss, like all those L's, and the way she just disappeared. I don't think she's ready either mentally or physically. But if she was gonna come back, honestly, I would like to see her fight Pena. If Pena's going, because I think Pena does hit hard. She almost knocked out Nunes.
that's a good
Nunez.
match.
So I would love to see Pena smash Ronda.
That's a good
Yeah.
match. Josh,
Uh-huh.
what do you think, Josh?
I'm gonna go with Gina just because she fucked up Colossus in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she showed her titties too. That was a nice one. I didn't even get to see that.
All right. Let's see who else we got. We got a couple more guys. Ronda didn't handle L's well.
Yeah.
I don't think she's coming back. I
agree,
could see
boy.
that. Yeah, I could see Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey for a charity event. Bring back Brock Lesnar. Dude, Brock Lesnar ain't
That'd
gonna
be a
do
good
nothing
one.
without money. So I
Didn't
don't
Dave Batista try to do this at one point and he got like
He
murdered?
fought. He fought before.
Batista didn't get murdered. He fought. He had some good matches, but you know.
Yeah, he had a couple wins, but he didn't stay long.
All right.
Oh, this is a dream match right
Here
here.
we go. This is a dream match for a lot of people, especially me.
Yeah.
We got George St. Pierre versus Anderson the Spider Silva. GSP just made his return to grappling, which was very exciting. So he's in shape. And then Anderson Silva has been kickboxing and stuff. That dude's always, boxing. He's been always active. But we'll start on the other side. Josh, if you were to pick a fighter here, who would win? George St. Pierre or Anderson the Spider Silva?
I'm not too familiar with either one of them. I'm not like too familiar with UFC in general. So I'm not too sure. Like I've never seen one of them fight, so I don't know if I have a
He's like, I'm gonna pick Anderson Silva because he has a statue.
fair enough. We'll go with that.
There you go. P-Rock, who do you got?
This is a tough one, man. GSP is very tactical, and Anderson Silva is just like he broke people down. I think I'm gonna go. We're talking about both of the prime or like right now.
Right now.
Oh fuck! Right now, this is tough because GSP stays in shape, but Silva still fights. I would probably say Silva because Silva,
Okay.
the fights start standing up, and Silva's definitely a better striker than GSP.
All
And
right.
if GSP were to take Silva down, Silva's not just the weight, but he's taller than him, and he's better. I think he had better jiu-jitsu.
He is. Mario, what about you?
Shoot.
GSP was also in Captain America.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, I do.
Yeah, Falcon
Oh,
Winter
man.
Soldier.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think he made that far.
GSP or Silva? Who do you got?
I'm going Silva.
Okay.
No
Jerry?
rhyme or reason.
I gotta go GSP. That was always my guy. I think he has the pressure. So like even if it goes to the ground, yeah, if Silva got the better jiu-jitsu, but I think nobody controls, at least back then, like nobody controlled somebody on the ground like GSP. The pressure he just put on, so I got to stick with GSP.
All right. Andre, here's a tough one. GSP versus Anderson Silva.
Well, does GSP have John Danaher and Gordon Ryan in his corner?
More
I
likely.
believe so.
More
They've been
likely.
training.
Well, then I go with them.
Yeah.
I go with him for sure.
Okay.
Because that means Elon will be there too. So
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you.
I gotta stay consistent, bro. I just stick with my side.
bro. And I'm telling you, bro. I know
Plus,
this is
I don't want them to
far-fetched.
fuck me up for calling them autistic and shit.
Yeah.
I do feel bad about that.
John's he's a special. He's a different. Even Joe Rogan said himself. He's a special case. Like, the guy wears a rash guards everywhere.
How about you, Miguel? Who you got?
Oh, me? Anderson Silva. Well, it's tough because Anderson Silva, when he went up against Chael was just taking him down the entire time, right? I think GSP would probably do the same thing, but if it stays standing up, I think Anderson Silva would chip him. So, but yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go Anderson. But now these two started mouthing off recently too. Ben Askren called out Masvidal for UFC 300 as well. Obviously, if you guys seen this fight before, it lasted literally like 2 seconds. George Masvidal.
I was about to say, was it a fight?
It was over. Yeah, let's go with Jerry. Jerry, who do you think would win in a rematch between these guys? Do you think that Ben Askren will have a better game plan this time around, or you think it's the same end result where Masvidal just knocks him the hell out?
I never really seen much of Askren. The little bit I saw in the UFC, I wasn't impressed. Even with the fight before the Masvidal, what was it? He beat Lawler?
Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, like I was like, that was bullshit. I was like, so yeah, I'm gonna give it to Masvidal. Even though Askren looking in really good shape right now.
Yeah, I was about to say that. He got some.
He looks like Josh McCoy's uncle.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's like, all right, Andre, who do you got? If these two were to rematch again, Ben Askren sounding really confident, UFC 300, who would win? I think you're on mute, but there you go.
He was thinking.
I gotta say Masvidal again. I just don't see. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay. I just don't think Ben developed enough. Like, he didn't take the time to develop the striking or nothing.
No.
He obviously was. I used to watch a lot of the stuff he was doing when he was with ONE FC, and he was good on the ground. Like, he had some good. He was using wrestling with the ground and pound well, but he just never developed the stand up or the setups to the takedowns.
I agree. All right, Professor, who do you got?
Going with Andre.
The pasty white guy or Masvidal?
I'm going with whatever Andre said, bro.
All right. Who do you got?
I still go with Hohead because he's still got a good stand up. And Askren looks in better shape now, but I don't know. I think I go with George. George he's still been fighting a little more recent, so he doesn't have that supposedly ring rust.
All right. Josh, who you got?
My uncle.
Oh, that's funny. All right, we got a couple more here. Here we go.
Oh God.
Paul Logan versus Patty the Batty. There is just a level of discipline for Patty the Batty because my man gets so fat after his fights and then somehow gets to this physique after. Weight cutting sucks as it is, but to just do that as big as he gets is just a whole other ball game in itself. But Andre, who do you got? You got Paul Logan, UFC fight, Paul Logan versus Patty the Batty.
And you're saying this is a UFC fight?
UFC fight. That's what they want to do.
Like, how much time does he have to prepare?
I mean, well, it's UFC 300. It's not too far from now, but they're both training. Paul Logan
300.
Yeah,
like
Paul Logan trains
like
with these guys as well.
Yeah, he was with Adesanya and them also.
Yeah.
About 8 months, 300.
Well, first off, Jake Paul is like 200 pounds. His fight with Diaz is at like 190, right?
I believe so.
Way
this is
bigger
the
than
other
Patty.
brother.
Wait, that's the other brother though. That's not him. That's
Logan. Jake Paul.
Yeah, but I think they're about the same size.
This is Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
No. Oh.
Yeah, but I think they're about the same size. So he's still way bigger than Patty.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Logan Paul. Logan Paul can wrestle. He was a state medalist in Ohio.
He was with that
He's athletic, man.
Charizard on his neck. All
yeah,
right.
but but that's if they fight at 200 pounds. Obviously, Patty Pimlet's a 45-pounder.
Yeah, but have you seen him eat? He could get big.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
I think it's gonna be some catch weight. I don't think it's gonna go that high and that low either. But again, this is
He don't look
scary.
good. Let's just say Patty Pimlet does not look good at 200 pounds.
He does not look good at all. And I love
And
Patty.
I've seen it.
He
And I've
does
seen it.
not look good at all. Who the hell is that guy? Jerry, who you got?
I hate to say it, but I think I would also have to go with Logan. Like, I don't think, not saying that Patty's bad. I don't think he's as good as they were hyping him up to be when he came.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would have to probably go with Logan. If he took it serious and he trained, which what he's done in wrestling, I think he would take it serious.
Okay.
Yeah, I would probably have to go with Logan.
All right. Who do you got, Professor?
Fuck. Why are you making me choose, man? I don't like either of them. Yo, just, I mean, what Jerry just said, he's got a point, man. I mean, Logan Paul doing the wrestling and shit, so I don't know. I hate to give it to him, but that's what I'm going with. I'll just go with Logan Paul.
All right. P-Rock, who do you got?
I'm not a Patty fan. Ever since he turned against Ariel Helwani, I don't give a shit about him. So Logan Paul is not as bad as his brother, so I guess I'll go for Logan Paul.
All right. Josh, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Logan because he's repping Charizard on his neck.
Let's go. All right. All right. So we got a couple more. Let's see real quick. We got we did this one. Oof. Now, apparently he's fighting Ngannou, but let's just say for whatever reason that doesn't work out. Do we have John Bones Jones versus Tyson Fury? Who do you guys think will win this fight? And this would be an MMA fight.
But not even a question.
Yeah,
John Jones.
Not even a question.
I agree. John Jones, not even a question.
MMA, John Jones.
John Jones.
Yeah.
100%.
All right, so everybody, okay. We'll that was a quick one. We'll move past this one. And I love Tyson Fury. Absolutely love Tyson Fury. All right.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, the other brother, versus Nate Diaz. They're gonna box now, but what if they go into an MMA ring and actually do UFC 300? MMA, who do you got? Now keep in mind, Jake Paul does wrestle as well.
Unfortunately, I gotta say Nate Diaz.
Let's go. I'm gonna say the same thing.
I agree. Yeah,
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz.
Oh,
Nate.
let's go.
Nate.
I love Diaz. That
He
dude's
got that
nuts.
Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, bro.
Yep.
He's a black belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah,
He
even
does.
if Paul takes him down, I think easy submission.
Yep.
Got it. All right, now let's say these guys came out of retirement, one came out of retirement, the other one stopped
Actually
getting
fought.
legal
Yeah,
case.
actually fought, yeah.
Right.
And won and tough.
If they come
Yeah.
back and fight again for the rematch everybody wants, and we got a lot of Diaz fans in the building.
Yeah.
Who do we got here? Does Conor get that one back, or does Conor lose again?
I believe
I think
Khabib's-
Conor knocks him out in the first round.
What?
What? For real?
No, he's joking.
Yeah.
What?
You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't
No.
know.
I think Habib smashed him.
Bro, he's been
he gets
training
location
hard.
and smashes.
You
All
seen
right.
Connor's training recently?
Yeah, but I've seen Connor's
But-
last 6
yeah,
fights and he's been losing. He's been losing. So
Nah, that was unlucky.
Yeah, but even against when Poirier knocked him out, he was putting up all those training videos also, and then he came back
Exactly.
and got knocked out.
Yeah, but
Nah,
I don't know how
Poirier
much those-
hands.
Yeah, he
He
doesn't have
looked-
to
he
worry
looked
about
good
Khabib's
against Cerrone.
hands. Khabib doesn't have good hands.
yeah, but just Habib did tap him in that first fight. The fight they had, he tagged him. He dropped
fighted him once.
Connor.
I think Khabib is people are so scared of his wrestling that he could come with his sloppy boxing and just kind of like bum rush people and maybe even catch somebody. But like his boxing, his hands I think are horrible. Like I said, I don't like neither one of them. I'm not a Khabib fan, but
I like
with the wrestling, I think Khabib would beat him again.
Okay.
More for Habib.
All right. I could care less who wins. I like them both. I think if we were to fight again, I were a betting man, I would say Khabib. Who you guys got? Mario.
I don't like Connor, dude. Going Khabib.
All right. P-Rock.
Khabib.
Josh.
Khabib.
Holy shit. All right. Okay. All right. Two more, I think, and we're done. These are good ones.
I do think that Volk would beat Khabib.
Oh, yeah?
Who's that?
Yeah, I think Volk would beat.
Okay. All right. Here's a good one, Andre. We got Joe Pyfer in the building. Joe Pyfer. He recently said something about what the fuck's this guy's name?
Paul Craig.
Paul Craig.
Yes, Paul Craig.
Paul Craig.
And he said on his podcast, guys, go check it out. Joe Pyfer and Sean Brady's podcast, where they predict fights and make bets and stuff. But he recently said that he's not impressed with him. So who do you got here winning, Andre?
I'm going to be honest. I wasn't impressed either. I think that he has a good stare down. I mean, stare down's kind of nice, but
He has a great stare down.
The
he made like drastic mistakes on the ground. Like at one point, he had a Darce like basically locked up and let go of it to punch the guy in the head. It was just like drastic mistakes on the feet. All he does is throw a rear kick. Like I think Joey could pick him apart on the feet, and I think like on the ground he's good. Obviously, that's where he's good, but yeah, I just don't see him. I just see Joey picking him apart everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Joe on this one too. But this is actually a realistic fight that could potentially happen because he's above him in the rankings, so I could see this happening and being a good fight for Joe Pyfer. I'm hoping.
The one thing I will say is I haven't seen Joey fight someone significantly taller than him.
No, that's true. That is true. Now I'm thinking about it. That is true. Jerry, who do you got?
I think I gotta agree with you guys. I think I gotta go with Pyfer.
All right. Mario, who do you got?
Same.
Okay. P-Rock.
I'm the same. Paul Craig. He is pretty sloppy when he stand up. I think that's the reason why he went down weight division, just to kind of have like a bigger height advantage against these other guys. So I don't like that too much. So yeah, Piper.
All right. Josh, who you got?
I'm gonna agree with you guys. Same.
All right, cool. All right, last one, guys, and we're ending the show here. This is the top one. This is gonna be the main event of UFC 300. Boom.
Again?
Hey.
All right, across the board, who you got, Andre? Bo Nickal or Andre Petroski?
I'll go first round submission.
What?
For Petroski.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, let's go. I got
submission
Andre.
as he takes you down and you reverse it to submission, or you take him down into a submission.
He shoots on me, and I choke him out.
There you go.
That's okay. All right, that's good. Jerry, who you got?
I'm gonna give it to Andre. I think Bo Nickal right now he's still young and he's still like green, and he does rush in with his wrestling. He makes a couple mistakes here and there.
Okay. I hope this happens in Atlantic City though. Mario, who do you got?
Go on, Andre.
All right, P-Rock, who do you got?
Go Andre too.
All right, Josh, who do you got?
What Mario said.
All right, guys. Listen.
I like you guys.
That concludes our show, man. Andre, I appreciate you jumping on. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, but it was fun to have you on, man. Something different for everybody here on Collectors Assemble Live.
Yeah.
Obviously, Andre's been, a force to reckon with in his UFC career lately, and he's also, been training with, my teammates and stuff. So, special place in my heart for that guy, and he's gonna be a problem, guys. I really hope he does get his matches that he deserves. I hope he gets the pay that he deserves, and I hope one day to see that prestigious belt around his waist, man. Definitely hope to see that soon.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, Andre. I'm sure we're running to each other again. I appreciate my panel, guys, and we'll see you guys soon. As a matter of fact, we'll see you guys in about 45 minutes over at LWO on P-Rock's channel. And that's pretty much all I got. I appreciate everybody being here tonight with us. I know it's something a little different than we normally have, but you guys know that I like to go ahead and do things differently. So I appreciate everybody, and we'll see you guys on another episode of Collectors Assemble Live next Friday. Peace, y'all.
See you, brother.